RSS agent, says CPIM Rajya Sabha member Bikash Ranjan Bhattacharya to Airr News. Eminent senior lawyer of the Calcutta High Court and CPIM Rajya Sabha member Bikash Ranjan Bhattacharya minced no words speaking to Diganta Guha. According to him, there is definitely a setting between BJP and TMC in West Bengal and calls West Bengal CM Mamata Banerjee an RSS agent. Watch the full video for more.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Diganta from Airr News Agency. Shall we start? Okay. Sir, my first question would be, what is your opinion on the Supreme Court ruling on the SSC scam?
The Supreme Court has not yet passed any judgment. This is only an interim order. And the interim order at the hearing stage has maintained the balance.
Okay.
They have given a chance to this SSC to segregate, if possible, number one, with segregation of the tainted and non-tainted.
Right.
For that purpose only, the matter has now been admitted. I mean, interim order is passed to maintain the status quo till 16th of July. Because of the vacation,
right.
The matter is postponed there.
Right.
And that has also permitted the continuation of the CBI investigation. Therefore, the order is quite balanced.
Right. That's a balanced ruling. Sir, do you think that such rulings during the course of elections will have some kind of implications on the voters' mind?
I don't think so, because you see, before the Supreme Court, the government has to admit that there has been a systematic fraud, which the court has recorded in its order. This being an interim order, I don't think people will be influenced by this interim order. On the contrary, people are definitely scared of this sort of huge corruption in public life. That's my reading of this situation.
Of course, I can understand. But does this really work, sir? You've been a veteran in the world of politics.
Ordinarily, I tell you that since 2012 onwards, we have found that there are many corruptions which have come into fore, and the corruption is at the level of the ruling political party. The Supreme Court directed CBI investigation on cheat fund scam and Narada scam. But unfortunately, the central agencies did not come to any logical conclusion about those scams.
That's right.
Because of the political understanding between the center and the state.
Right.
And that led the people to believe that there is nothing in it, because no investigation is coming, nothing has been fruitfully done. Therefore, these scams may be just a part of the game, but this has no genuine impact. That was the feeling of the common man, number one.
That's right.
But this education scam, now here the active role of the Honorable Courts and the investigation, that has revealed very serious deals of corruption to the extent of selling the jobs. And since this is education, and that too related to the school education, starting from primary to the secondary level, the people have a very negative impact on this, that if the school education is destroyed like that, that might cause huge perennial impact in the social life, particularly keeping in view the cultural life of the Bengal, starting from Vidyasagar and onwards.
Right.
This scam has created some ripple in the mind of the common man. That's my feeling.
Okay, that's your feeling, sir. Okay. So now coming to politics, sir. I mean, there is this prediction that despite Abki Baar 400 Par and all that, there is an upswing in the favor of the left front and the Congress. And people are saying, I've spoken to a lot of people, they are saying that, the left front has to come back and all that. So, as a political observer, not just as a political leader and a senior Rajya Sabha member, what is your take on this?
My feeling is that the arrogance of Modi and ultimately saying that this is Modi's guarantee, not the guarantee of the state. And the way he has taken the economy really is controlled by few families, and a large number of people are gradually pushed below the poverty line.
Poverty line, right.
And that has created a huge negative impact on Modi's so-called claim. Number one, the Modi did not even agree to an investigation which was being demanded by the people on the Adani affairs.
Adani affairs, right.
That has also, to my reading, has created an impact. And the latest of it is electoral bond. It's a huge scam.
Right.
On the contrary, these people are gaining economic strength, but the jobless people are getting more and more out of employment.
Right.
These issues should have definite impact on the election result. And the unity, it was initially thought that the India bloc unity would be a fragile unity, but in course of time it has shown that it's all united, barring fissures here and there like Mamata and others.
Mamata and Kerala.
Therefore, this unity has also given a strength in the mind of the common man that there's a better alternative. That's my feeling.
Right. Mamata Banerjee has said that she had warned the Congress against, aligning with the left. What is your opinion on this? But the Congress and left left us together, strongly together.
See, if you go by the history sheet, Mamata has always been very close to BJP. She was in the Bajpayee cabinet. She had openly supported the destruction of Babri Mosque and all other things.
Right.
And whenever any principled issue comes which goes against BJP, she is really maintaining a stand which supports BJP.
Right.
So she will align with BJP. That's my feeling.
She will align. So there is a setting. Do you say there are speculations?
That's a complete setting. If you analyze all these happenings, particularly in West Bengal and others.
And the candidates who have been chosen also.
Yes,
most of them are unknown. Okay.
Yes, not only that, they are the nominees of RSS. I have already said in my Facebook post long ago that when Yusuf Khan was nominated and others, Kirti Azad, they were all close to BJP and they have been sent by RSS to play a divisive game. That's all.
So are we being fooled? Are we commoners being fooled? Are ground? The foot soldiers are being fooled.
Yes, of course so, because the massive impact of campaign in mainstream media, you must be well aware that more than 90% of the mainstream media is controlled by these crony capitalists.
Like the Godi media.
Adani and Ambani, which is known as Godi media.
Right.
So we can only survive because of this advantage of digital media, there is a counter campaign.
Social media and all that.
Social media and all that.
Right.
Now the impact of this media campaign is very huge. Audiovisual impact, as you know, is very tremendously affects somebody's thought process. That's why Noam Chomsky said that you can manufacture content.
Right.
That was the situation there, but now real life story also people are hit by this sort of ground real issues like jobs, 100 days work, and the unity of the people. The Prime Minister of the country goes on campaigning in the name of religion. That is also has a negative impact. These are the things which affect
it is sheer communalism. It is sheer communalism. Sheer communalism, and that also reflects badly on the youth, because the literate youth are not quite keen on joining politics. They refuse to even talk about politics.
Yes, and that's a dangerous situation. You see, Modi is really driving the country for another division. That's my feeling. You have seen this situation of Manipur.
Yeah. He didn't make a single comment. He didn't even visit.
Yes, and I had my personal physical experience from Manipur. A sharp division on the religious line, and this is being patronized by BJP.
Right, but will the mature people realize? Will Modi go? The people say that there is a Modi wave. Wherever he's going, he's actually, howling about his, he's a megalomaniac to that extent, what I personally feel.
He is a megalomaniac. But if you analyze the Modi's election campaign, starting from day one till date, he has declined his assertion about the Modi guarantee. Modi will do.
Right.
We will lead country to the biggest economy. This and all these verboys have now come down to the reality of dividing the people in minor issues. If you think of the campaign in West Bengal,
right,
he has come here a number of times.
Right.
And the campaign level is very poor politically, not expected from a prime minister, that's all.
Right, right. So will the India alliance work despite all the contradictions?
India alliance would work.
How do you surmise that?
You see, Modi and the BJP, they have tried their best to crack this alliance. Till date, they could not, number one.
Right.
And number two, all these people are really facing the challenge of going to be extended. If the Modi, the Jagannath of Modi runs, then all these political parties will have crisis of their existence.
Right, right, right.
This is one of the reasons why they will remain united.
Right, right. Sir, what is your opinion about Rahul Gandhi? To be very honest, you being a senior politician and political leader.
I tell you very frankly, I'm very much impressed the way Rahul Gandhi in the recent times.
Are you saying this because you are in an alliance, or is it coming from the core of your heart?
I am talking it from the angle of a responsible citizen.
Okay.
And a person who has some idea about constitutional.
Of course.
Rahul Gandhi's the Jatra, as we call, initially it was Bharat Jodo Jatra, then it is Bharat Nyaya Jatra.
Right.
This has given tremendous boost to the common man that we have something to survive on. And the issues which Rahul Gandhi have been raising for the last 10 years, I must tell you, is really the issue which ought to have been raised by a leader, and he has been consistently raising this. I initially didn't have this idea that he has so much of depth in politics. Now I find that he studies a lot and he has appreciated the Indian psyche well. Yeah.
This is how things change, A hardcore left front leader is praising a Congress Neta. This is change. Sir, if you say that Rahul's Bharat Jodo Yatra has had an impact, Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra has also had an impact. But what about the elections, the assembly elections, which the Congress lost? Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, except Telangana, they lost all.
You see, they might have lost those elections because they could not reap the benefit out of the Yatras. But having faced this election results, they have become much more united and consolidated.
Okay.
You see the Rahul's team, and he is persistently in favor of secularism, which is persistently campaigning.
Right.
And the persons who were there in Congress, who were really from the RSS background, they are ultimately leaving. And that's one of the positive terms which impressed me about Rahul Gandhi's movement in this arena.
Right. Sir, with so much of corruption allegations happening in West Bengal, I think this is probably the only state in the country which has so many, members of the ruling party inside the jail. But still, wherever she goes, there's a huge crowd and she continuously talks about unity, talks about secularism and all that. What is your take on Mamata Banerjee as a political observer?
You see, Mamata Banerjee is, I tell you again, she is the agent of RSS.
Okay.
And you
say it on record. You say it on record.
Yeah, on record. It's record. I have said it many times.
Okay.
And I've been saying it persistently.
Right.
That she is being sponsored by RSS. Therefore, all these religious campaign and the religion mixed with politics, which is a danger to the society, she has been successfully pursuing that.
Right.
And all this mock fight is only to ensure that the space is not really recovered by the left. That was the only tendency. People were misled for quite some time because she was projected by the media that she comes from a poor family and she doesn't have anything for her. All this sentimental campaign have led people to believe that she can deliver for the poor people, but she couldn't do anything except introducing dole politics, and dole politics does not sustain for long.
Right, sir. Sir, how do you see the comeback of the left front in West Bengal? To cut it short.
I find that there has been a huge change in political outlook, particularly from the younger generation. We find a lot of people who are really trying to come along with the left politics. That's
Okay.
the one positive thing.
Okay.
That will help us. That's my.
Okay. And sir, last two questions. One is, how many numbers do you see for India Alliance all over India, and how many numbers do you see for India Alliance in West Bengal?
I say that I am not an astrologer. I can't say.
No, you are not an
Because
astrologer, but still.
my experience in election is the last 48 hours of election that creates many issues,
Right.
many terror, distribution of money that changes the ultimate result.
Right.
But anyway, in West Bengal this time, I would expect that the left India combination may secure 5-6 seats.
5-6. Okay. And all over India, India Alliance?
They will be reaching the majority. They will touch the majority line.
Just a majority. Okay, sir. Thank you so much for giving us time, sir. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Thank you, sir.